Aurora Around America is our weekly show where we review, recap, and recommend the best places to be as we live out our RV American dream. This week on Aurora Around America, driving down to Cataloochee, picking some apples and making some pies, and it rains a lot, so we go tubing. Buckle up and take a seat, we'll show you the whole country around America.
So this week we're going to start out with the Cataloochee. So the Cataloochee area is a valley in the Great Smoky Mountains, and we went for a long drive. There's only one way to get there, and it's a dirt gravel road. You got to zigzag for a long time. You go through the mountains, and we'll show you some of that driving through the mountains, and then you actually get to a gravel road basically. And it was too dark really to film it, so I don't have any film for it. I wish I did. But you drive probably 30 minutes through the mountains on a gravel road down to the Cataloochee area. And the Cataloochee area is an area where they have reintroduced the elk into the area. In the 1700s, the elk were hunted out of existence in the area. And in the 2000s, they decided to reintroduce them back into the area. And there is a herd that is protected, and they settle in the valley, and they come down to feed and eat and graze and breed. And right now we are heading into the rut season, where the males will start to make their call.
Yeah.
You heard the call, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
It was pretty weird.
You want to try to make the call? What did the call sound like?
Like a dying animal.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. It makes this call, and it is to challenge other males. And hopefully we'll get some on video and put it in one of our future videos, because we want to go back. But it's a great area. The best time to go is either at dawn or at dusk. And if you go down, bring a lunch, because you're going to want to sit and just kind of watch the elk. It was really, it was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So we really enjoyed it. They have all different ages, and the one we have here on video is absolutely gorgeous. He's a giant elk, and yeah, it was a great time. So that was one of the first things we did, and we really enjoyed it. Segment now.
Well, our next segment is picking some apples and making some pies.
We did. So we talked about it raining a lot, and this is part of the RV life, is if you hit a stint of rain and you're living in 210 square feet, you better find something to do. So we
went and made some apple pies. Our campground has an apple tree where you can go and pick some apples. The campground we're staying at is called Gray. It is a quaint little campground, and I really like it.
Good.
Especially because of their apple tree, and that's what we made the pies out of. When we got the grand tour, we tried their apples, and we declared they were perfect for apple pie. Nina and I found an apple pie recipe, and we just went to work.
All right, why don't you walk us through how you made the apple pies?
We used a recipe from Christine's Kitchen.
Okay.
Nina found that one. The apples, we kept eating them after we made them. So that was a little bit of a problem at the end. But we really liked this recipe.
What did you like about the recipe? Was it a sweet recipe? Was it a savory recipe? What flavor did the apple pie end up having?
I think it was sweet.
It's a very sweet apple pie? Okay. And you guys took the apples, so you cut all the apples up by hand, and then you actually made the pie crust from scratch also.
Yes.
So you took all the butter, right? It's a butter crust, and you squished it all up,
Yeah.
right? And then
we were supposed to leave butter chunks, but we never could do that both times we made the apple pie.
No?
The apple crust. It seemed impossible for us, really.
Okay. And so tell me, in the middle of this pie making, you stopped and had a music break. where you started singing a song?
Of course. I mean, you can't just not have a music break.
Okay. What song did you sing? Do you remember?
Royal Dalton Musical in Mary Poppins Returns.
So Mary Poppins Returns.
Mary Poppins
that
Returns.
that was the song. All right. Yeah. So they stopped in the middle of the pie making, and they had a music break, and then they got back to the pie baking, and we finished it all up. So it looked like a lot of fun. The pies were fantastic, and we actually delivered a couple to the front desk, and we'll get a review on that tomorrow. After I'm sure they loved them, though. They were very good and enjoyable. So the last segment we have for you today is.
It rained a lot.
It rained a lot.
So we went tubing.
Yep. So we went exploring for the day, and Gigi had found.
Weren't we actually going to go on a hike?
We were. Gigi had found an area that we were just going to go on a hike. We didn't know much about it. We kind of went exploring. Again, the area is gigantic, and you don't really know all the things that you can do. So we just went exploring, and we came across the Deep Creek area in the Smoky Mountains. And they had tubing, and it was warm.
Yeah, so that was good. After prevailing in our search for tubes, we went back to the trailhead, and I think it's 0.1 mile.
No, it's about half a mile.
No, 0.1 mile to where people usually start. But if you go up to a sign that says no tubing beyond this point, about, as you said, half a mile, you can start there, and it's a much longer ride.
More of the fun rapids are up there also, right? You've got the falls, right? So talk about how did it start?
Really rocky. Not figuratively, literally.
Literally?
We kept getting stuck on rocks.
Yeah. Okay, and then once you got the hang of it, did it get better?
It got much easier.
Okay.
Oh no, here we go. Adventure, I guess. Rock! We'll guide through these rocks. We are inexperienced tubers, Aurora.
So there was a kind of a path that you had to guide the tube a little bit down to keep it moving?
Yes.
Okay, but then it was a lot of fun. How many times did you topple over after the first run?
After the first run, I don't think I toppled over the first
Okay.
run. No, I think I toppled over once, which is when I accidentally Oh my goodness! We had it! That was fun! Why are we... That was fun.
Yeah. So yeah, it was fun. You guys looked like you really handled it well. It looked like it was really enjoyable. Yeah, it was.
Hopefully we'll go back. Mom wants to do it too.
Yeah, we'll have to go back and experience it maybe during a weekday when it's a little bit less crowded. Although it wasn't even on a weekend, it wasn't that crowded. I could see it, obviously becoming much more crowded. They looked like they had a lot more tubes to rent, and there were 5 or 6 places you could rent tubes from, and it certainly would swell. But right now the area is actually pretty quiet. A lot of kids have gone back to school, and we kind of have, I don't want to say the place to ourselves, but the international travel is down. This area sees a lot of international travel, one of the busiest in the entire United States. And, we are heading into, again, the leaf season, so maybe it will pick up a little bit travel-wise, but that's kind of the area right now is kind of quiet. We kind of have the place to ourselves, and so we'll try to get out and enjoy some of these heavy tourist areas on the weekdays so that we can, again, have them to ourselves. But yeah, we really enjoyed it. So it was a great week. I hope you enjoyed the tubing video.
Yeah.
Yep, so...
I actually picked out the music for this one.
So yeah, so it was really great. But yeah, so again, thanks for watching. We really enjoy doing these videos and talking about our time in traveling around America. It's a lot of fun. And if you have any interest, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so we can notify you of any new content or videos we have coming up. And yeah, Aurora, where can people find us?
At Instagram at instagram.com/RVAmericanDream or our own website at rvamericandream.com.
Great. All right. See you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.